chatting with these homeowners, and right now this house doesn't work from a floor plan perspective. It's so plain, it just blends in with the neighborhood.
Hidden Potential is admittedly everything we want from a home renovation show. While series of this genre usually give us a lot of inspiration and ideas, what makes Hidden Potential different from those is how much emphasis is put on the originality of every design featured in it. Everyone who has ever been involved with a renovation project knows well that sometimes uniqueness is forgotten for the sake of utility. However, if there's something Hidden Potential's host Jasmine Roth has taught us well, it's that there's nothing more valuable than building and creating things by ourselves to suit ourselves. Needless to say, Hidden Potential's huge popularity over 2 seasons has prompted its audience's need to get to know more about Jasmine, the show, and whatever happens when the cameras are off. So, you want to know the secrets behind Hidden Potential? Stay with us to discover them. If you've been following reality TV for a while, you surely know that no matter how genuine or real some things might look, this genre often manages to deceive us. However, if you expect the same treatment from Hidden Potential, then you'd be pleasantly disappointed. If you pay attention to the show, it's not hard to notice most houses renovated in it are located in California, specifically in Huntington Beach. This is convenient for both the HGTV's filming staff and for Jasmine Roth, who lives near the area. This probably sounds disheartening if you're living far away from California, but while it's uncertain if Hidden Potential will ever venture to renovate in other areas or cities, those who really wish to have Jasmine's designs in their houses can make it a reality by contracting her Build Custom Homes business directly. If there's something we need to keep in mind about the entertainment industry, it's that everything we see on TV screens usually takes a long while to produce for the filming to become a reality. Hidden Potential is not an exception to this rule, especially given that the show's concept centers around renovations, which could take several weeks of work to complete. As Jasmine affirmed during an interview with House Beautiful, an entire season of Hidden Potential takes on average 6 months to be completely filmed and edited, meaning she and the staff usually work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week during that period. Considering the work schedule is really tiring, it could actually have been worse. Before its main concept was decided, HGTV had thought that centering the show's premise on building and designing beach houses was the way to go. However, after realizing that those projects can take Jasmine several months of work to complete, they focused the series on city houses instead. Every great adventure has to start somewhere, right? Sometimes people only discover what they want to do in life well into their adulthood, while in other cases, said knowledge comes when they're still children. In the case of Jasmine Roth, she actually tried her luck in many other fields before finding her place in construction and design. However, growing up with a carpenter father most likely influenced her career choice later in life. As a born and raised Virginia native, Jasmine admits that not having a lot to do during her childhood resulted in her putting her hands to several crafting and building projects back then. Interestingly enough, between making furniture and playhouses in her parents' garage, Jasmine's first build was actually a treehouse with her father's help. Any good designer has many ideas that only actually come to life through customer needs. While having fresh projects and suggestions available is obviously an advantage, it takes more than creativity to accurately cater to people's real wishes. Of course, Jasmine Roth has the creative mind and will to make the best designs come true, but she also has her way with people. Every project inherently requires her to understand customers' needs in order to meet or even surpass their expectations with her work. As easy as that sounds, sometimes not even homeowners know what they really want. That's when Jasmine's best deductive tactics come into play, successfully picking their brains and helping them to unstick themselves to find out what their end result should be. While looking at Jasmine Roth's gorgeous designs and seeing her working to guide every project to completion, it's hard to imagine a time when she didn't do this. However, before finally realizing that design was the way to go for her, Jasmine worked in fields totally unrelated to what she does today. Unexpectedly, her first real job was a gym instructor at 15 years old. Though it's unknown how she ended up working there, or even if she was qualified for it, the job requirements only consisted in teaching the female gym customers how to use the machines and other equipment. While not an ideal work position, it was all about making them feel comfortable, a skill which certainly served her later in her future career. If you're a recent fan of home improvement TV, you might be surprised to find out that long before the Hidden Potential series hosted by Jasmine Roth existed, HGTV had already premiered a show with the same name, but with a different concept. Hosted by Barry Wood and Peggy Bunker, the old Hidden Potential centered on people looking for a new home. Each time they visited a property, the show staff would encourage them to recognize the property's potential to become their dream home with computer-sourced designs. Of course, its whole technological factor was the show's main attraction, as no actual renovations happened. The original Hidden Potential premiered in 2006 and aired for 3 years, while Barry and Peggy hadn't been very active on TV since then. Peggy's replacement as host, Brandy Millay, is still actively working in real estate, in addition to appearing in several other TV shows, such as Property Envy and CNN News. To make dreams come true, talent sometimes isn't enough. and a bit of luck is needed. For Jasmine, remodeling houses was something she found herself needing to do. However, after discovering she loved it and was pretty good at building and construction, she took it slowly as her business. Nonetheless, it was obvious that she just couldn't build an entire city by herself. So, instead of trying to expand a big company all over the country, she started sharing her knowledge on social media with the goal of not only helping other people to build their own homes, but inspiring women with the same interest to form an online community. All in all, Instagram served as the right platform for Jasmine to accomplish her dream, though she didn't expect her popularity to grow so fast that HGTV would discover and eventually propose her to host Hidden Potential. Funnily enough, when she was first contacted by the network, she naturally thought it was just a joke. While Jasmine built many things during her early years, including her famous treehouse or a little shelter for dogs, the real chance to build her forever home took a long time to come. It all goes back to her college days when she met her then future husband Brett, and after taking a while to get together, they eventually married and set themselves the goal of building their own house in Huntington. Unfortunately, their busy careers meant that the dream was put on hold for years, but the couple eventually set their project in motion. However, progress was going just too exasperatingly slowly that it pushed Jasmine to quit her job to build the house herself. It wasn't an easy way though. Going from someone who just wanted to have her family's house looking the way she wanted to eventually being skillful enough to make it a reality by herself took its time. As Jasmine admits, in order to learn, she had to humble herself and admit that she knew nothing about it. If a lot of patience and compromise is added to that formula, then it's understandable why Jasmine turned out to be so successful at it. Jasmine's career in construction and design started as a personal brand on her Instagram. However, as the popularity grew and finally took a high jump after her TV debut, her business exploded as a result. Having studied entrepreneurship in Boston's Northeastern University, Jasmine's background career should have been enough to set her path into founding her business right away. Of course, that wasn't the case. And from 2006 to 2012, Jasmine had several jobs in financial and real estate companies. None of those jobs fitted with her wish for creativity and craft, eventually leading her to found her design firm, Build Custom Homes, in 2012. Set mainly as a beach house construction company, Build Custom Homes' goals included helping their California-based customers in every step of the process of building and decorating their ideal homes. More recently founded, The Shop by Jasmine Roth is an online retailing project curated by herself. The Shop's goal is to allow those who favor Jasmine's design choices and taste to buy articles she finds fitting to her aesthetic views. As a very popular home improvement star, it's only expected that many people want their house to be renewed or built altogether by Jasmine Roth, whether it's in Hidden Potential or in her other show, Help, I Wrecked My House. Unfortunately, just wishing to appear on TV isn't enough, as most requests sent to HGTV are rejected. Knowing this brings out too many questions, Jasmine took it upon herself to explain what the selection process to appear in Hidden Potential and other HGTV shows entails. For starters, the main requirement for applicants is to be located in an area close to where their target show films. This is both to ensure the staff is comfortable enough during filming, in addition to making the whole process less time-consuming. The second most important requirement is the project's complexity. If a renovation causes a big impact visually but takes too long to be completed, the application will most likely be rejected. In this regard, budgets for projects don't usually play a big role in the selection process, as much as the aforementioned factors. More than just a show, Hidden Potential is only one aspect of what Jasmine Roth does for a living. As her involvement with her profession goes beyond TV, she pays special attention to giving her audience the necessary knowledge to do things by themselves in the best way possible. It's due to this that her online blog has a sourcebook section, which explains in minute detail each episode's project, including the articles used in it, her inspiration drafts, and the creation process's details. All of these resources are pretty valuable, especially for those who want to follow her steps in the design world, or are simply interested in certain items they see on TV. Either way, it all comes down to how to compromise with what Jasmine does. One of the most common questions about home improvement shows is, where does the money come from? Sometimes, shows provide its participants with financial resources to execute said projects, but in the case of Hidden Potential, it's not like that. As Jasmine stated in the question and answer section of her website, homeowners pay completely for the renovations done to their houses. Though it's also known that certain homewares are provided by local businesses and designers for marketing purposes, it's not known how much this actually positively affects the final budget. Though it's not common for new shows with unknown hosts to be successful, for Hidden Potential, it turned out differently. Maybe it's Jasmine's charismatic personality, her designs, or simply the show's concept that almost immediately attracted a big audience. Whatever it wasn't surprising when HGTV affirmed that Hidden Potential had 10.8 million viewers during its first season, premiered in July 2018. For achieving such huge popularity, it wasn't surprising to see Hidden Potential renewed for the following year. Nonetheless, while the third season hasn't come yet, and there are no records of how popular the second season actually was. There's no doubt that the show won the hearts of many people in record time. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.